I have studied the work of Skolkovo with enormous admiration. My perspective is the perspective of a student of progressive alternatives in the major developing countries around the world. But it is also, in particular, the perspective of a Brazilian who has faced in his own country problems similar to those that Skolkovo addresses in Russia. Two questions will shape the role that Skolkovo plays in the national future. The first question is the relation of high technology to the rest of the national economy. A simple idea would be to imagine that a high technology sector can be simply superimposed on primary production, and especially on the wealth generated by oil and gas. And then the partnership of primary production with high technology would become the driving force of the national economy. This idea is a fantasy. Primary production and high technology have in common that they are both unable to generate large numbers of jobs and to ensure broad opportunity for the majority of ordinary Russians. High technology cannot fulfill its mission in Russia as an enclave, weakly linked to the other sectors of the national economy. It must be a lever through which science and technology serve as instruments for the transformation of every sector of the national economy, including oil and gas and agriculture. And Skolkovo can become a channel for this program of structural change. Science and technology will not be enough. It will be necessary to develop a new institutional framework for decentralized strategic coordination between the state and the small and medium-sized businesses that are the most important economic agents in the country. If some of these small and medium-sized firms can assimilate advanced technology and advanced practice, the basis is created for an economic revolution in Russia, an inclusive productivism that can equip with educational and economic instruments the majority of the labor force. The second question that will define the future of Skolkovo, or its role in the future of Russia, is whether this alternative should be pursued as simply a single national agenda or a series of regional experiments. Now, the second option is decisively preferable to the first. There is no blueprint that we can mechanically execute in the structural transformation of the national economy. We must discover the path along the way. And to discover the path, we must be able to experiment in different parts of the country. That is the fundamental reason to prefer a regionalist strategy to a unitary national blueprint. But there are two different conceptions of regional policy in the world today. One conception, a conception that we find traditionally applied, for example, in the policies by which a country like Italy tries to raise up the South, is compensatory in character. The national state compensates the undeveloped or backward regions in the hope of bringing them up to the national average. And the result typically is the degeneration of regionalist policy into a practice of political clientelism. The distribution of favors is unable to result in structural change. The other idea of a regionalist policy is to imagine the relatively unformed and undeveloped regions of a large country as a space in which the whole country has a chance to reinvent itself, to imagine a different future. And then each regional space becomes a terrain for experimentation, a place where the nation can begin to develop counter-models of its own national future. In Brazil, that is what we concluded we had to do with respect to the Amazon, to the Center-West, and to the Northeast, the unresolved parts of Brazil. This is the conception of a regionalist policy that should prevail. The regional alternatives as vanguards of a national alternative, and as opportunities to place experimentation in the forefront rather than devotion to a dogmatic blueprint. The combination of these two conceptions defines a role for Skolkovo. Not the enclave, but the lever of transformation of every sector. Not the unitary national blueprint, but the pursuit of national alternatives in the regional space. Skolkovo can then become a partner, a co-author, a source of inspiration of the productivist revolution and the social inclusion that Russia requires.